Arrow, we're here with another Zord review. Today we're looking at the Lost Galaxy Megazord. So let's get to it and let's take a look at the individual Zords and then we'll put it all together. So here we have the Lion Galactic Beast. This is controlled by Leo, the red Lost Galaxy Ranger. It has the power to fire blasts of flames from its mouth when it's in this form, and then for the Megazord it forms the head and the torso. Now this had a very number of appearances. It was more or less the same as the actual Megazord, which had 40 episodes it appeared in, which is pretty much like the full length of the season, from what I can remember. Because it also appeared in an episode of Lightspeed Rescue, and we will see those Zords a little bit further on in the series anyway. Yeah, so obviously it's kind of like it basically is a lion. And it all folds down into a compact version to form the head and the torso of the Megazord. But yeah, let's move on to the next Zord. So the next one we have is this fella. So this is the Condor Galactic Beast / Galactozord. This is controlled by Damon, the green Lost Galaxy Ranger. Pretty much the same number of appearances as the Lion. I think they all have the same number of appearances, to be honest. This has the power to create tornadoes, and it forms the back-mounted wings and waist of the Megazord, and at any time it can pop off, leaving its body on the Megazord, and then this bit kind of becomes kind of like a crossbow / missile type thing. As you can see here, it kind of just like pulls down, and it kind of becomes like one of the main weapons for the actual main Megazord. Yeah, a lot of the Lost Galaxy are very heavily centered on animals. I think it's the second series that does animals, because we had Ninjetti before. Obviously we had the Thunder and the Dino Megazords before as well, but Ninjetti had the proper animals, and this is like the next season on that does that. Again, this appeared in an episode of Lightspeed Rescue during a crossover episode. And the next Zord in this Megazord is the Gorilla Galactic Beast. Let's just zoom out a little bit. There we go. This is controlled by Kai, the blue Lost Galaxy Ranger, and it has the power to fire jets of water. And it also forms the hips and legs of the Megazord. It does also store the fists for the Megazord, at least in the toy version. Down here, the fists are usually kept at the bottom of the Megazord, but I don't have those at the moment. These weren't included in this Zord when I bought it. It's the issue with buying Zords secondhand, is that usually they're missing quite a few pieces. But thankfully my good friend RangersForge does do the fists and all the other bits that I am missing for this Megazord, so hopefully soon I'll be able to get in touch with him to fully complete this Zord. Again, same number of episodes as the previous two, and an episode of Lightspeed Rescue. Next up we have the Wolf Galactic Beast. This is controlled by Maya, the yellow Lost Galaxy. I need to keep almost saying Lightspeed Rescue for some reason. And it has the power to fire blasts of lightning, and it forms the Megazord's left arm. again, like they're very like animal focused. And it has, obviously you can't open its mouth as well. So this forms the arm, and the fist, like I said, goes onto the back there. So when you see the Megazord, you don't see the fists. You know why. I don't currently have them at the moment. And then lastly, we have the Wildcat Galactic Beast / Galactizord. It was controlled by Kendrix, and then later on Corone, when Kendrix was sacrificed herself to destroy Psycho Pink. Corone, who formerly was astronomer in Power Rangers in Space, she took over the Pink Ranger for the rest of the season, and she became the Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger. Now this has the power to fire flower-shaped energy bursts, and this forms the Galaxy's right arm, the Megazord's right arm. Again, they're very animal and environmentally based Zords and seasoned, to be honest. I think the Sentai version was very much the same, and obviously this is taken over, kind of like an adaptation of that. So let's do what we all wanted to see. Let's have a look at the Megazord put together, shall we? So let's just move that back a minute. We'll start with this. We'll start with the gorilla. So these bits fold up, the chest piece folds down, and the arms fold in on themselves, and then the black bits kind of seal over. So again, that's the legs for the Zord. And then next up we have the Condor. And the Condor kind of clips onto the back there, and it kind of folds down on itself a little bit, like so. Let's tilt it right back so you can see it's tilted right back. Next up we have the Lion Zord. So again, like I said, these bits fold in, tail folds down, and then these bits kind of pop into there, head swings up, and that bit slides into the chest, making the full like logo shape, and then the front legs fold in on themselves like that, and then the head comes down like so, and then this just clips onto the back on top of the Zord, and then the Condor kind of rests its head into that bit. Next up we have, just show you the Zord sideways. Next up we have the Wolf. So the Wolf, these front arms fold in, kind of like the Ninjetti ones, to be honest. Back legs fold in like that, and then it kind of just slots in on those little bits there. So as you can see, the fists lock onto here, but like I said, I don't currently have those. And it's the same with the Wildcat. Fold in, and that goes on there. Then we'll stick it on the plate. Let's show it in its entirety. Like there. So there we have it. There is the Lost Galaxy Megazord. Thank you all for watching, and tune in to next week's video, the next video when we take a look at the Toro Zord from Lost Galaxy.